All right, guys, things are looking absolutely incredible today. We got that rejection yesterday. Went back down to 48. I think we went down to like 48 too. Almost down to 47. Now we're right back up, blow past 50. Now we actually hit 52. A little bit of a pullback from 52. Now we're at 51.6. Why are we pumping today? I don't know, guys. Probably that pre-halvening pump. Also, you're seeing stock market rebound today, which I think is also propelling Bitcoin over $50,000. Like I said, once Bitcoin goes over $50,000 and we kind of hang out there for a while, I pretty much think we're in that pre-halvening era where the bull market has really like officially begun. I know people say we've been in the bull market for the last 3 or 4 months. Yeah, we kind of have, coming out of the bear market, gone bull. But now you can pretty much say that bull market's officially begun. Solana 116, Cardano up to 57. Everything's rocking and rolling. Things are looking good. All right, so saw Gary Gensler was on CNBC this morning. Play a few minutes of the interview, but I also want to show you guys which coins CNBC has chosen to display on their price chart. We'll talk about that in a second.
This product, we've had similar products in gold and silver, ETFs, you call them. They're technically exchange-traded products. We approved a group of about 11 at one time. This was not the first way you could buy or express a risk in Bitcoin. But as we like to say, we're merit neutral. This was not in any way like an approval of Bitcoin. That existed. It's just how to trade it in these exchange-traded products.
We've had both a futures-based Ether and Bitcoin ETF, before, and I'm curious sort of how you think that this is going to impact the price of these things, given that, by the way, interestingly, was it Pomp who was just on, Anthony Pompliano was just on earlier this weekend, was saying that so few Bitcoins are actually moving, and what we should think of that.
In merit neutral, I think it's a little...
Just want to stop here really quick. Interestingly, these are the coins that CNBC has decided to put up on their screen. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, XRP. I'm actually surprised they're going with Solana, which makes me wonder if there is some some money being exchanged behind the scenes, because it used to be Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and Bitcoin Cash. Whatever. I'm not a big fan of Solana, but it is pumping. But I'm also noticing that XRP is one of the coins that CNBC is showcasing here on their price chart. So that's overall bullish. In my mind, that's one of the reasons I think XRP, well, I'm not a big fan of XRP. I think XRP is probably going to be between $3 and $5 by the end of the summer, because you're seeing the institutional, the mainstream media, they're propping it up as well.
A little less than neutral, Mr. Chairman. It almost was, we called it grudgingly. When you finally got it from the court case sort of forced in. Is it really just neutral, or wasn't there a little bit of a, we're not sure about this thing in viable
Let
way?
me say it this way.
Yeah.
We're merit neutral if somebody's complying with the laws.
Okay.
So if they're giving full, fair, and truthful disclosures to the American public, who gets to decide on their investments.
But
okay?
you're so
But
smart. You're at MIT, and people listen to your what you think about Bitcoin, and it is troublesome to me if I look at it and I see all the merits of it, and someone that taught about it and understands it seems to have an opinion that maybe it's, I don't know, pet rockish or something.
I get your words about pet rocks and so forth, but I think we also have an investor education responsibility at the SEC, particularly about those investments that are non-compliant with either the securities laws or commodities laws and so forth. So here we have an asset class, all of these 15, 20,000 crypto tokens, many of which, without prejudging anyone, many of which are actually something called investment contracts or securities, and the platforms upon which you trade, the intermediaries. They're not like in this building, NASDAQ, that has protections and against fraud, manipulation, and the like.
Just seen people lose their shirt on with NASDAQ stocks.
You can
too.
lose because there's risk. There's risk in investments. But
Right.
what we try to do as a society is take some of the fraud and manipulation risk out of the markets by regulation.
Is that the problem, though? It's not necessarily Bitcoin, the underlying asset, but more the froth and the potential for fraudsters to use it that has
Well,
been
this is a
concern?
field, Becky, that's been rife with fraud and manipulation. And look at all the bankruptcies. And you've had on this set people talking about those various bankruptcies. And it's not just one entity. It's entity after entity after entity. And then investors are just lining up in the bankruptcy court.
All right, so there's Gary Gensler. Of course, he's still, he kind of shits on Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. I don't know. I mean, I kind of agree where he's coming from because a lot of people, I would say most people who do invest in cryptocurrencies end up losing all their money. I mean, I'll be honest with you. But same with penny stocks. You know, penny stocks are regulated. I was in penny stocks before I was into crypto, and almost every penny stock ended up being a scam. A lot of penny stocks I ended up making money on turned out to be scams. And a lot of penny stocks I lost money on ended up being scams. And then years later, the SEC sues them, takes them to court. You know, they get like millions and millions of dollars in settlements. And of course, they never pay it because the guy who runs the penny stock scam doesn't have any money to pay it. So I don't think penny stocks are any more risky or less risky than crypto. I think it's all in the same basket, to be honest with you. I get why Gary Gensler is kind of skittish on Bitcoin because, yeah, if your grandma gets into Bitcoin, odds are her wallet's going to get hacked. I mean, you know, if you could pick right now, okay, grandma, here's $100,000. Do you want to hold it in a bank or should we put it in this hardware wallet or should we put it on this crypto exchange? Come on, guys. You know, grandma should be holding her money in her bank because even the smartest people in crypto end up getting hacked. I've gotten hacked. I've lost money in crypto through hacks. Everybody, every YouTuber you can think of, the smartest guy, Crypto Banter, George from Cryptos R Us, BitBoy, all your favorite YouTubers, they've all been hacked. They've all lost money in crypto scams. So I get where Gary's coming from, but unfortunately, it doesn't matter unfortunately for him, it doesn't matter what he says anymore. Bitcoin and crypto have already been given the green light. And that's one reason we're seeing the pumpage right now because that institutional money with those ETFs is coming in. I also saw this article, Coinbase is going to win Meta Law X Hall of Fame. I think if Coinbase wins this lawsuit that they're involved with right now, that's going to be like the catalyst for one of the biggest bull markets, not for Bitcoin, but one of the biggest bull markets for altcoins, especially since this lawsuit is related to altcoins. It could actually take this, you know, like I said, this could be one of the biggest altcoin bull markets we've ever seen. He thinks we're going to win. Meta Lawman says SEC doesn't stand much of a chance against Coinbase and reveals how his Bitcoin mining operation didn't cost him a cent. Crypto law James Murphy, better known online as Meta Lawman, found himself in an odd situation where he became a creditor of the bankrupt cryptocurrency exchange FTX, while at the same time CEO Sam Bankman-Fried was sharing his post slamming the exchange. Sam Bankman-Fried started reposting my stuff, which is wild because some of my stuff would say, like, it appears that FTX was a criminal enterprise in the beginning, and he would repost that, Murphy explains. Murphy became prominent in crypto for digging into Bankman-Fried's bail situation after the collapse of FTX in November. Murphy claims there was no bail bond and that the math didn't add up to the 250 million U.S. prosecutors claimed, blah, blah, blah. It says Murphy's pretty confident the SEC will fail in its lawsuit against the crypto exchange Coinbase, which they slapped back on in June 2023, around the same time they went after Binance. Coinbase is going to win their case. I believe the SEC is wrong. They've gone too far in trying to make the case that the tokens on the secondary market are investment contracts when that is not correct. Here's his tweet. The SEC seems to have a hard time keeping a story straight on crypto. Let's take a closer look at the statement by the SEC at the recent Coinbase blah, blah, blah. SEC versus Coinbase. Here's a Coinbase hearing. You're saying that 12 or 13 tokens, when they're initially issued, are securities. And then, of course, the SEC basically doesn't really have an answer. So it does appear like that Coinbase will probably win this lawsuit. I really hope they do, because if Coinbase doesn't win this lawsuit, it could seriously hamper our alt season, which should be coming up pretty soon. Also notice that MicroStrategy stock, guys, we were talking about MicroStrategy stock on this channel at 175 or something like that. It's killing it. $748. I'll probably sell most of my MicroStrategy stock between $800 or $900. I'll just be honest with you guys. I know it's going to go up a lot higher than that. I'm probably going to sell some at 800, some at 900, and then the rest at like maybe 1,000. But with MicroStrategy, it's getting to the point where I'm going to be taking some serious profits pretty soon. And like I said, stocks are rebounding today. That's one reason you have Bitcoin and your altcoins pumping. But guys, everything's looking good. There's really not much else to talk about. You know, Bitcoin 51,642. I think we're out of that range clearly of 38 to 48. If we hang out here for another couple of days, I really do think we're in that pre-halving pump. And like I've been telling you guys for the past month, if these dips were your last chance to get good deals on altcoins. I don't think Cardano is going back down to the 40-cent range. I think Cardano is basically on a blast-off path back to 70 cents and then $1. It's just getting to the point now where you're starting to miss out on these altcoins. You've really already missed out on Bitcoin unless you're just looking for a 2x. But you had your chance to buy these altcoins. Even Solana back up to almost $120. I'm not a big fan of Solana, but everything is going to go crazy. You know, Solana, in my opinion, is a scam, but before it gets discovered as a scam, it might go back up to $250. But I do think at this point, Cardano is going to outperform Solana because Solana has already gone up too much. That's my personal opinion. But guys, this is good stuff. Very interesting. I was very surprised to see Bitcoin blow past 50,000. But we only got rejected once. We got one rejection off 50, back down to 48. A lot of times we'll go back up and we'll have to retest 50 a few times and get rejected. That didn't happen. We got rejected once and then blow past 50. To me, that signifies market bullishness. It signifies the sentiment is 100% bullish and Bitcoin cannot be stopped. Guys, the bull market has started and we've been waiting for this moment for a long time. So here we are. In the next 6 to 12 months, we'll probably be cashing out and taking some serious profits. So fun times ahead. Fun times ahead. That doesn't mean we're not going to get some dumps. It doesn't mean Bitcoin's not going to go back under $50,000. Anything can happen. But this overall pump is extremely bullish, and it's something that is it's a breath of fresh air because you can just feel it. You feel the energy has changed. All right, guys, like and subscribe. Talk to you later.